East. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. He's at the 30. 10, 5. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Miami. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Before being taken down at the 27. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Ross out to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. The Jets at 4-3, a game over 500. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he's got another first. Down at the Dolphins' 26.
Here we go.
10, it's Hall. Noah Igbenogany that time up to make the play defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Back to throw. Ross. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets drive it right down the field to score their opening drive. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Okay, break. Ultra. Go Ultra. Go 38.
The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Steps away to his left. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Red cycle.
They're set up to throw. That's caught by his mid-tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Come on,
after the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, it's Dillon. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Black Ultra. Ready?
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On 4th down on is Colby Wadman now to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returnable here for Davis. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary can pick apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. They'll try and run right on the option. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Ross. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, he opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Ross. This pass out wide to Hall. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
3rd and 1, who you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a first down.
Ross throwing on first down. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Carroll. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that.
2nd down to run with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Ross now from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Mike Evans from 8 yards out, and the Jets have moved out in front. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation in the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Again, it's Dillon. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Now back to throw. 15-yard line in the red zone.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Here we go.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll run the ball. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
On the double.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. This offense hoping to do better than last drive. Remember, they had the fumble that set up the short field, and then they gave up the touchdown, CD.
And so many people talk about how you have to have a short memory after you make a mistake in the NFL. I don't totally subscribe to that, partner. I think that you have to remember what you did and figure out how to not do it again. Get out there and execute the next time out. Avoid those errors and get some momentum built back up for your offense.
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Line of scrimmage, and the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Here we go, set.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Ready up.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Draw play, Dillon. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Here we go.
Well, we did see it where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and they're staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
Dillon up the middle. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. 43 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on first down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
Ready, set.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, be the last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit. And that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Buffalo 18.
To throw is Ross. Off the play fake. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Now Ross to throw on 3rd down. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jets would extend their lead here just before halftime. Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23.
On the set.
Well, the white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it.
Ready.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. So we're at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Now, that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second-guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize...
And all the way in, touchdown, New York. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. With that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play,
let's go.
I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Open man downfield is Hill. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 25 yards that time.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's brought down here just outside the 20.
52. Striker, 3-3.
Running up the middle, here's Dillon. He's going to get this down close to a first at about the Jets' 14. 49 yards on the ground for him so far.
Come on,
the Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A.J. Dillon. 14 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Good return up past the 30. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
3rd quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up. Operating from the gun, Ross. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sacked by Andrew Van Ginkel.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop them on third down. On third down, here's Hall. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. Third down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a first down.
Here's the Jets punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
Okay, ready? Mega.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Watch out now, 50 series. Green Jack. Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On third and short, they'll try option left. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week.
Ready.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Yellow.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. What was once a really comfortable lead is not so comfortable anymore. Down to a 2-score game after they've seen a pair of touchdowns go against them on those last 2 drives.
Yeah, they've got to find a way to get off of autopilot, right?
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I know that pass was incomplete, but I'm awfully impressed with how he was able to maintain his vision, because normally when you break out to the left that way, it narrows everything down, almost becomes a half-field read. But he's able to still see the entire playing surface and try to get it all the way back to the right.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. That time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
And able to find Gesicki as tight end.
Here we go. Here we go. Right. 97. Blue striker. Ready.
Back to throw now on first down. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
That's going to be caught downfield by Hill. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 32 on the play.
We always talk about the guy that paid off the play, don't we? Guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route,
touchdown. DJ Chark from 6 yards away. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close. And then he delivered. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's caught. He got it in the end zone. So instead of trying to get 1 point closer, they roll the dice on the fake and come up with 2. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping Chitty on the other side of the ball, said, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Operating from the gun. Ross. Throw right side, caught by Davis. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
60 Bobcats!
Here's Ross. Off play action. He dumps this one off here to Hall. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the 4th quarter. Again, he'll drop to throw. He finds Wilson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Hall on a give up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
Hey, smash Bronco!
Ball again on 2nd down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. Here's Hall again. And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Zuerlein's kick is up and through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Let's
The
go!
Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Miami. 74 yards. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Being chased out left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses will focus so much downfield that there's room to run. But this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he will push his way forward down to about the 30-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. A big mistake in that spot. You got to let it go, Tim.
They didn't give themselves a chance. They had an opportunity, touched it first. Now they're in a really bad spot.
Down to a knee goes Garoppolo, and that ought to do it. Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth-quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? In the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see if they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping.